What is up, guys? This is Brick Duo here, back with another video. And today we're going to be going over sort of a weekly roundup of all the new sets that were released. There wasn't anything too big, so we thought this was a better format just to go over some of these smaller sets. And so the first one is actually an entirely new line. It's going to be called Brick Sketches. Sort of has the Brickhead sort of vibes, I would say, and it seems like the theming as far as the font used is sort of similar to that as well. We're going to be getting two Star Wars ones, BB-8 and a Stormtrooper. And then we're going to be getting two DC superheroes. We're going to get the Joker and Batman. And overall, these sets, I would say, are pretty lackluster. Nothing really sticks out for them for me. I don't really see any unique pieces, and they don't really have any exclusive minifigures or anything. As well as they're rumored to be $20 coming out, and I would have to guess that they're probably close to 300 pieces, maybe 200. But there's just a lot of small pieces in them, so nothing too special. One thing that's very surprising about these is I sort of got some mosaic vibes from them, but if you look from a side view, they're about 3 studs thick, so kind of interesting what they're doing here. I'm not really sure how you would display these. It seems like they're sort of just laying on a table is sort of how they're presented just on the box art, so yeah, I'm just interested to see how these sell, where these might be sold, and sort of what their target audience is for this, because there's not really a ton of playability. And they're not in the 18 plus adult line, so yeah, just overall a little bit confused about why they're making this theme, and not too excited about that. What do you think about K-Bricks?
Yeah, they're just not worth $20. I mean, just they look fine, but they're super small, and I don't think they look super cool. And I'd rather have a brick head. I don't even like brick heads, but I'd rather have a brick head on a shelf. I just think Lego should be 3 dimensional. These are very 2D, even though they do pop out a little bit. I think they did a good job in getting all the shapes right and making them look good. So that's certainly a plus. But $20, it's just a rip. You can think about. I mean, I'd much rather get some $20
Yeah.
Lego Star Wars set. That's probably overpriced anyway, but better than Brick Sketches.
Overall, just the theme is they're just underwhelming right now. All right, now we're going to move on to something a little bit more exciting. We have 3 new Marvel sets revealed. We have the Iron Man Hulkbuster. It seems like we've gotten quite a few of these, at least similar ones. But then you get 4 figures with that as well, and it looks good. You know what I mean? This is going to be a good play set for kids, and I think it's going to sell well. Not really for me, but again, nothing really wrong with this set. No complaints.
Yeah, for that one, there's only been 2. There's like the UCS one that really isn't UCS,
right, yeah.
but it's like that, and then there's this one. This one, the head looks kind of flattened, but
Yeah.
the reason why is it's because it's from some comic book or cartoon or something I was reading. So, I mean, it looks different because of that. I guess if it's from one of those cartoons and that's accurate, then that's fine. But it doesn't look great, but it's all right. I mean, usually the Marvel sets I think are kind of and this one's the same sort of deal. It's just kind of
Yep, and then we have another bust, sort of going alongside the Star Wars ones, very similar theming, and it looks like this one looks pretty good. We have the standard sort of Iron Man head, helmet, and I can't complain too much about it. I would say the proportions and sort of the mouth guard area look a little bit off, but that is sort of expected with this scale. It's not big like a UCS where you're going to be able to get all that detail, and it's sort of just supposed to be a representation, I would say. Something you could put on a shelf and you know what it is. So
yeah. I think the angle on the box is like probably the worst angle you could possibly get. I think head on it would look a lot better, and maybe even just completely from the side it would look better. It's just that from the eyes down, it looks a little bit recessed too far, but I don't think it actually is, just based on where the bricks are kind of lining up. So I think it's just kind of an optical illusion with some of the shadows. And yeah, it's like all the other brick heads. They look pretty good. They just don't look perfect, and you can't really expect them to look perfect. They did a pretty good job of getting the point across.
Yeah, basically sums it up. What were you saying?
You know that one's going to be $60 or $50?
See, that's what I was thinking too.
It's probably going to be $60 just based on all the ones.
It's just less pieces than the rest of the ones, but sometimes it's just sort of how it is.
Yeah.
And then the last one is the Avengers Tower battle. Again, like the Avengers Tower has always been like a cool mock. I think people have sort of aspired to build, and I think it's sort of hinted at quite a lot that we'd probably get one of these sets eventually. But I just look at it and it's a kids play set. I mean, a lot of minifigures, a lot of stuff going on, but it's just the proportions and everything. It just doesn't really do it for me. Not something I'm interested for, but I could see this being a popular set maybe for birthdays or Christmas, maybe if it's still out during then. But I mean, just right now, What we can see from the pictures and what we know, I would just say it's nothing too special.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, Avengers Towers. It doesn't look like what it's from the movie, but it definitely gets the point across that it's like an Avengers headquarters. So it's pretty cool. Well, I think it's better than the previous one in the actual build department, minifig department. Don't really think so. I'm not really a fan of one of those Iron Man figures. I forget all the Iron Man suit names, but I'm just not a big fan of that. And then the AIM agents are like kind of eh. I know the other one came with like Loki and an Incredible Hulk figure and stuff, so they're just more interesting. I do really like the brick built logo though.
Yeah, that part looks good. I was just gonna say that, and then I think this will sell well, to be honest. But just something that I think we're just not interested in for our collecting purposes. But guys, that sort of wraps up sort of the weekly news in Lego, all the new sets coming out that they've mentioned. So, overall nothing too crazy, but again, sort of just staying the course. Some cool sets coming out here and there, and look out for some more news here on Brick Duo.